Hey my enchanted peeps, I'm back today with a tarot oracle deck unboxing video. So I went today to Chapters, which is like a large Canadian bookstore. I had some gift cards from Christmas for books, so I went and spent it, which was awesome. I do have to say that Chapters, with the one that I went to, maybe wasn't planned out the best as far as where they put the books, because they had all the New Age and crystals and Wicca stuff right next to and right across, like in this aisle from the Bibles and Christian stuff, and right next to Christian fiction. Now I understand, it's all kind of religious stuff, but today I was looking at the books, and across the aisle was this man, and he's like, excuse me, he's like, do you actually believe this stuff? Like, he was looking at the Christian section, and he was pointing to like the New Age and Wicca section. And I was like, well, I said to him, what did I say again? I said, oh, well, I said some authors are better than others. I said, but yes, they do. And he just kind of looked at me, and he looked like he wanted to say something else, and then he just like walked off. And I was like, oh my God, this is not planned well, this thing. So anyway, the other complaint I had was that they had all of their decks, like all their tarot and oracle decks and everything, piled up on the end of the aisle of books, but not on shelves. They were just piled up on the floor. So I had to like bend over and look through and list stuff off, and to like look at the different decks, which I think is just not well planned, and people could easily come around the corner and kick them over. Like, it was just, I don't know, I wasn't terribly impressed with that. But anyway, I will show you what I got. So the first one, which I have already opened, is this one. It's called Karma Angels, and it is a low Scarabeo deck. And it is by, where is it here? I think it's on the back of the thing. Okay, Marcus Katz and Tally Goodwin wrote the book, and the artwork's by A.A. Atanasov. So I'm a big fan of medieval and Byzantine art. When I was in art school, I took a lot of medieval art history and Byzantine art history, so I was very interested to see the more traditional style angels drawn, which is very good. So this book is pretty good. It's a low Scarabeo, but it's not the little white book. It's actually a little better than that. And it's in the many languages. The English part is the biggest, I would say. And it is about 54 pages. So that part there is the English part. So there is a little thing for each card with a little black and white image. Tells you who the angel is, what they do, and what the card means. They also have here some spreads. There's about 3 of them, I think. And then there's a little thing about working with the angels. So I like this because they're more traditional, these ones, than the Doreen Virtue. And it covers some angels that the Doreen Virtue angel books don't cover. So I think this is more traditional, and I like the artwork better. So I was quite impressed. The box actually too, I'm impressed too that the box is like a sturdy kind of box that you can keep them in, and it's not like just a little paper box that is thrown out. So I'll show you these cards. I'll start with one. Okay, so this is the back, which I like. Very nice. There are 32 cards in this deck, so smaller deck. But look at that front. That is gold colored. I don't know if you can kind of see, but it is very shiny and gold, and it's very traditional. So there's Archangel Michael, there's Raphael. Again, you've got the gold. All of them have this beautiful gold, and some of them are even wearing gold. This beautiful pattern in the background. There's Gabriel and Uriel. So the first 4 are the 4 major archangels. And then you've got Ariel. He's coming helping this guy in jail over here. And then you have one like Sahiye, I think it's like ones that are not traditional, like the Doreen Virtue sort of ones, and Remiel. So I look forward to kind of learning more of these ones. Jeliel. So again, you've got this beautiful gold leaf. Oh, you've got Metatron too. There he is. He's playing his harp. Very cool. So I won't show you them all, but they are very traditional kind of style. And I quite like that, and I love the gold. Like, it's not really how shiny it is. Maybe that's better, but it like really like shines like gold leaf. it's beautiful. So if you really like that kind of style, and I do, like if you see my artwork, I would make, you know, icons and things. So I was quite attracted to this. I quite like this deck. So this deck I'm, you know, going to work with a little bit and see what I think. There's some more. Again, I won't show you them all, just for mystery. This one seems to be over agreements because look, these guys are like making peace with each other. Oh, I like Cassiel. Looks like death here. It's got the time thing. Very cool. Oh, there's some lovers on this one kissing over here. I love medieval style kind of art. So that is that deck there. I'm like I said, oh, there's Nathaniel. And I'm going to work with this. And you know what? Even just art-wise, I find this kind of style very inspiring. So I'm very glad that I found this deck today. And it was the only one that was there. So I guess maybe it was meant for me to pick up. So, and the stock, I gotta say the cardstock on this is really good. So I am very impressed by this deck. So if you like Angels, more traditional kind of stuff, you like medieval style stuff, then I would recommend this deck here. So that is that one. And then the second one I got, I haven't opened yet. I had to resist not opening the box. So try to shut this. Why are you not going in? Oh. Okay. So I awkwardly put the deck back together. Okay. All right, there's my Karma Angels. There's the deck there. Awesome. Okay, so the next one I got is the Mystic Dreamer Tarot, and this is the books by Barbara Moore and artworks by Heidi Deros. I've seen this in my local bookstore that's kind of smaller, and I was thinking of getting it, humming and hawing, and then I saw it today at the bigger bookstore, and I was like, you know what? I've got gift cards. I'm just gonna go for it. So it's a Llewellyn deck. So it's got the typical kind of box that I probably won't be using to store this in. Okay. All right, let's get the plastic off. All right. There we go. Get that plastic off. Okay. So box like this opens up at the front. You've got your book on top here. Okay, so there's the book, Mystic Dreamer Tarot with Barbara Moore. It is 211 pages. It is your pretty typical book in that it is, let's see, got here. There's an introduction, tarot basics, reading the cards, keeping a tarot journal. There's a little thing here about how to keep a tarot journal. And some little options here of how to like work with it, different questions and different spreads you can do, which might be really good for beginners especially. So yeah, so there's like the different spreads, and then there's prompts for journaling, which I think is pretty nice. Oh, there's even more. Lots of different spreads in this one actually. It does have the typical Celtic Cross too, but there is a good chunk of spreads. There's probably like 15 different spreads in here, so that's really good. Oh, even more. It keeps going. Look at all these spreads. There's about 20, I would say. 20 different spreads in this book. So I'm going to really have to look at that and work with that. And then it talks about dream work. And that goes into the major arcana with like, you know, the black and white here. And then it's got some prompts, like how to think about using your intuition about the different pictures. So it's got pretty good and then it's got space for notes as well at the back. So, and then at the end of each chapter too. So that's pretty good. The book looks like a pretty good book. Okay. Now then, and it's got the typical little insert here. The cards are a little smaller, I have to say. In your typical deck, I would say, maybe a tiny bit. Maybe I'm just getting used to bigger sizes. I don't know. Okay. Come on. Does anybody else have trouble opening these things? Seems to be just me. Oh, I found the tab. I found it. Okay. There we go. Pass that aside. Okay. So this is the back. So it's reversible. You've got the moon there. And here's the front. Okay, this is the Fool. So it is kind of that, what do you call, computer artwork, which I'm not always a fan of. But I'm going to give this a whirl. The border, I have to say, is quite large. So if you don't like borders, you probably won't like this. The Magician. I don't know if I like the Magician. Well, I like the High Priestess. That's what she looks like there. I could see somebody trimming these cards for sure, making them a lot smaller in size, just because this down here is just so big. Cardstock, typical Llewellyn, not like the best, not the worst. Well, I like the Empress. Let's see. Lovers is kind of interesting. Oh, I like the Chariot. It's nice. They're kind of these dreamy horses. Wheel of Fortune. I like the Sphinx on top there. There's Justice. 2 pillars. Actually, this makes me think of the High Priestess with the 2 pillars here. Let's see. Death. Pretty typical kind of death in some ways. The Devil's different. It's a woman. Different. The Moon. And there's the Sun, and yes, the Sun has a face in it, but it's not your typical kind of sun face. Oh, I like Judgment. That one's nice. So I won't show you them all, but you kind of get the idea. Ace of Wands, of the style of this deck. It's definitely, of course, based on, you know, Rider-Waite-Smith, but it's sort of the computer manipulation and made to look kind of dreamlike. Ace of Wands. So, you know, I'm going to work with it. I'm not sure, like, I don't always like computer manipulation, especially of people in decks. So I'm going to give this one a whirl and see what I think of it. Ace of Cups. Seems that they have put the court cards at the back, because it's seeming to just go 6 of Cups there, and the 7 of Cups. It's seeming to just go through the pips, and then we shall see. Oh, 4 swords. It's nice. Again, it's got the medieval kind of thing going on there, which, as you all know, I'm a fan of. 9 swords. And Pentacles. Da-da-da. Okay. Where are our... Ah, here we go. Page of Wands. Oh, they put all the pages together. And they're all women. Page of Cups. And they've got the Knights. Don't care for this Knight of Swords. Oh, Knight of Pentacles is on a donkey. That's kind of cute. Oh, I don't care for that Queen of Wands. Cups. Yeah, I'm gonna have to give this. And the kings look too young. I don't know if I can focus on there, but that is just, he looks too young, these kings. It's kind of like they hired models and these young people, so I'm not a fan of that, but I am going to give these a fair chance and work with them, and the book looks really interesting and really good, so I'm going to keep working with that. If you have either of these decks and you have an opinion, let me know. Let me know what you think. I love hearing everyone's comments, and once again, I'll see you later. Bye!